Welcome, school committee members, honored graduates of the class of 2013, Representative Roy, administration, faculty and staff, parents and family members. Thank you for coming here today to honor our students, your sons and daughters, graduates of the class of 2013. Today is our 34th commencement ceremony. In celebration, I ask you to stand and join us in honoring our great country as Mia Padula, a member of the class of 2013, presents her rendition of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Mia. Very well done. To the graduates of the class of 2013, today is the culmination of 4 years of hard work. Your path to today's graduation has not been without a few bumps along the way. For some of you, adjusting to a week in academics, followed by a week in your vocational program, may have been a little uncomfortable during your freshman year. I am sure that the MCAS tests in your sophomore year caused you a few sleepless nights. In your junior year, in addition to all your other responsibilities, you were asked to write a lengthy research paper on a topic related to your vocational technical concentration. Not an easy task. Senior year brought the daunting senior project presentation and the challenge of speaking before a panel made up of teachers, administrators, and industry representatives. There were still other days when you may not have felt like getting up and going to school or doing a particularly difficult homework assignment, but your mother or father, grandmother or grandfather, or some other family member was there to help you make the right choice. Sometime today, you should thank them for caring enough about you. As you graduate today, you are completing the first stage in a lifetime of learning. Today's workers need to be innovative, technologically proficient, and have strong collaboration skills. Whether you enter the military, choose the world of work, or further your education, you will be challenged every day to learn more and more. As you move on today from Tri-County, you need to work hard each and every day. I believe that during your 4 years at Tri-County, your teachers have instilled in each of you a very strong work ethic. That is what we do in vocational education. I urge you to find something you're passionate about. People who are passionate about what they do are usually very successful. Don't settle for mediocrity. Strive to be the best you can be at whatever you choose to do. In summary, continue to look for opportunities to build on the foundation you have received at Tri-County over the past 4 years. Work hard and be passionate in whatever career path you choose. I want to congratulate all of the graduates of the class of 2013 and wish each of you the very best in all of your future endeavors. Now, continuing with Tri-County culture and tradition, it is time to express our collective pride as I recognize those graduates who have chosen to pursue a military career in defense of this country. As I read your name, please stand and remain standing. Thomas Hall Franklin, United States Army. Paul Hines Mansfield, United States Army. Ashley Johnson, North Attleborough, United States Army National Guard. Craig J. Maloney, Franklin, United States Air Force. Ryan O'Gallagher, Seekonk, United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, those that stand before you have decided to join our country's armed forces. Please join me in showing our appreciation. Thank you and good luck. Now to extend greetings on behalf of the Tri-County School Committee is its chairman, Mr. Jonathan Dowse from the town of Sheridan. Mr. Dowse.
Welcome, families and friends and faculty, to the 2013 graduations. To the seniors, I think back to my time at Tri-County. I sat out over there over 30 years ago, and from the memories I have walking into a new school, not knowing any of my classmates or the teachers, the excitement, the nervousness I had. For this was a big step to leave the comforts of your old school and friends. And at the end of 4 years, I met a whole new group of friends, as you all have learned. You can get to know your shop classmates the best, and your shop teachers are probably your strongest teachers. And that you'll have fond memories of them. For me, it was Mr. Gurry and Mr. Lewinsky, the carpentry shop, class of 81. All right? Mr. Lewinsky was kind of a quiet-spoken teacher. He'd walk around the shop keeping an eye on us, never said much, guided us as we needed to be. But if you were doing something wrong, he would see you, and you knew you were in trouble because he had his block of wood and was writing down your names. Mr. Lewinsky, on the other hand, was very verbal, and you knew right away, and he'd let you know. I got to see Mr. Lewinsky in Sherburne from time to time when he was doing projects for the town of Sherburne. And I always try to make a point to go down and see him. And I have fun memories of talking to him on the job sites. And we talk about my classmates, and the former students and the current students that he had. And he always was proud to talk about the student from my class that came in there and proudly announced to him that he had built his first house and sold it. And that meant a lot for Mr. Gurry. There will be other teachers and administrators that will stick out in your mind and in your memories. As part of your time at Tri-County, I hope these are some of the memories that you'll carry with you and that you stand with the teachers in your school. You are the future, and it's what you make of it. I would hope that you come back to help the school grow and move forward, as I have and others, alumni, have done, from being a teacher to sitting on the shop advisory committee or even on the school committee, as I have. For this is the foundation of your education, annually, and you continually learn as life goes on. And may you never stop learning. Please remember, the only thing holding you back is yourself. And put your mind to it. There's nothing you can't do. Congratulations to the class of 2013, and a job well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dowse. The young man I'm about to introduce is a student from Franklin and an outstanding representative of the class of 2013. The president is charged with the duty of representing his class within the greater school community. He took this responsibility to heart. If his energy in this role is indicative of what he has to offer the world, then we are all very fortunate. He is a member of the first graduating class of construction craft laborers. He has worked hard over the past 4 years, having an academic focus in the sciences. This past year, he enrolled in all 3 of the advanced placement courses that Tri-County offers to seniors: physics, literature and composition, and calculus. He has been a very active member of our athletic program, playing on the football, hockey, and lacrosse teams. As a member of the student council and student government, he has been a progressive voice of the class of 2013. He has also been involved with the robotics team and the math club. In the fall, he intends to major in physics at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, where he will be able to use the John and Abigail Adams Scholarship that he earned. Please join me in welcoming the president of the class of 2013, Daniel Todd.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. My name is Dan Todd, and as the president of the class of 2013, it's my honor to welcome you to our commencement ceremony. I would like to give a warm welcome to Mr. Dowse and members of the school committee, Mr. Dockeray, the faculty and administration, family, friends, and of course, the members of the class of 2013. It's funny, really, how much we all have in common. None of us have a single clue what I'm going to say. Many of you who know me probably have questions, such as, will he make a fool of himself? Some may even be worried, which is understandable, but hopefully all will go well, and if not, I'll use my lifelong rule of, when in doubt, mumble. Every question we ask ourselves plays a crucial role in our lives, allowing us to gain knowledge and better understand the world. Each of us comes up with many new questions every day, just as you're probably doing now as I'm speaking. Think back to when you were just a small child. What did you envision yourself doing? As a child, questions pass through our young minds, many of which remain unanswered, such as, was the world truly black and white when your parents were children? Or how many licks does it truly take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know. For me, the question was what I was going to do when I was older. Would I be a fireman, a policeman, a soldier? What did your parents tell you as a child? My mother always told me, always set your goals high. But it seemed more logical to set my goals low and never be disappointed. She always wanted me to have a good career, but I think I just wanted a good paycheck. I'm sure my mother has high hopes for me and wants my eternal happiness, so hopefully I can make her proud. Nonetheless, wherever I ended up, I just wanted to know what my answer would be to what I was going to be in life. What questions race through your mind, day in and day out? Obviously, for each person there are some differences in the questions. Oftentimes, finding an answer causes us to remember that answer and grow as individuals. Think back to 4 years ago as we walked into Tri-County and started our journey in the unknown world of high school. We were unsure of what awaited us inside its doors. Who were all these new people? Would they like me? As we encountered many strange and unknown faces, we were left to wonder so many things. As time passed and we became comfortable in our school, our freshman exploratories began, and these new people around us became more familiar. Questions of class locations and these new classmates were all slowly answered. Would I make friends? What even goes on in shop? The questions we asked ourselves in freshman year began to mold our career paths by allowing us to choose shops, meet new people, and make new friends. Many of us found answers in extracurricular activities, clubs, and sports. We all found someone or something to help us answer our particular questions. Just as each question we asked ourselves was varied, so too were the shops we chose. Constant hard work was leading each of us to success. With our first year of high school completed, many of the questions we originally asked ourselves were answered. Before we knew it, our sophomore year was in full swing. Many of us settled into our trades and we started to truly grasp them, while others still looked around for a shop area that would suit them best. This year, the questions included, should I join a club or sport? Will I pass the MCAS? As the year progressed, so did the skills we developed in both shop and academics. Many of us were already settling down, feeling at home in school, and even choosing senior project topics. Each of us was maturing, gathering the answers to the questions and allowing us to grow. With another year finished, we had more answers and were one step closer to our goal. When junior year arrived, we had gained both wisdom and knowledge, and a newfound status in the halls. Alas, we were upperclassmen. MCAS had been the largest demonstration of knowledge for most up until this point, and now our next challenge was senior project. The question of topics left us with so many options. Tireless nights of painstaking note cards and changing topics would surely await many. As if this was not enough pressure, soon people began talking about what to do after high school. Should we take the SATs or the ACTs? Questions arose about applying to college, joining the armed services, or even going into our trade. But whatever we chose, the decision was ours. By the time spring arrived, much of the tension diminished and the first part of our senior project was complete. Everyone had set their sights on prom, one of the few nights in our lives where we can dress up and do what most teens dream of, dance the night away, and for most of us looking goofy as we do it. At last, we could finally drive and become independent, with most of us getting our licenses, allowing us the freedom to get our own answers to the questions that still remained. After 3 years, we reached our senior year, one that for most could simply not come quickly enough. This year was the culmination of the past 3 years, where we demonstrated all of our knowledge and experience, which helped us to gain the answers to the questions that we had asked over the years. Senior year directed us on our path to the future and whatever it may hold. While we began the final precision tuning of academic and shop skills, many found joy in our co-op program. We began to ask, is this field something I would enjoy after high school? What's the best way to create my product for senior project? We assembled the final product for our senior projects and shop by shop presented them. Each project showed a piece of individual creativity and demonstrated the passion which each and every one of us brings to school every day. Before we knew it, senioritis kicked in, and everyone slowly realized that high school would soon be over. Our grades were locked in, and all of us were set to leave and begin our adult lives. High school would soon be over, and we knew we would be on our way to search for the answers to our next set of questions. For many, this was almost impossible to grasp. Our whole lives up until this point were based around school, making it seem almost unreal. What would we do once school's finished? For many, these questions, which could not be immediately answered, got lost among the halls of Tri-County, causing some to lose sight of what was truly important. For me, it was forgetting the importance of school and getting frustrated at how questions cannot be answered immediately sometimes. What does the future hold for me? What will college be like? Will we find jobs we'll enjoy? Surely enough, asking these questions saved me from myself and left me searching for the answers as I continue on to college. How did the world get keys, got me on a computer, and made me look up some physics videos, and made me instantly want to be in school every day for the next 4 years and learn as much as possible. For many, there were some regrets about the past, but these regrets gave us the answers and knowledge about how to live in the future. By asking questions, we're faced with a challenge to get the answer, and by overcoming these obstacles, it allowed us to progress forward, gain answers and knowledge. Sure enough, we each overcame these challenges one by one with the help of others. Not only did this make us become friends with everyone, but it made us much like a family, helping those with questions find the answers and helping them stay on the right path. Now as we come to an end of this high school career, many of our questions have been resolved, yet several still have yet to be answered, and many are still being created. Some questions possibly are meant to simply leave us thinking. Each of our questions has left a mark on us in some way. Many of us have ideas where we want to go in life, and have had those questions which seemed unanswerable answered. So for one last minute, bask in the glow of being a senior and being in high school. Keep your memories close and never forget the answers which we so desperately search for every day. Each of you have come so far in high school and in life individually, so continue pressing on and doing what you love. But never forget that even when questions seem unanswerable, keep searching, keep moving forward, and keep chasing the answers. Ladies and gentlemen, you have no idea how it feels to come to the end of a brilliantly written and impeccably delivered speech. Unfortunately, neither do I. Once again, I'd like to thank all those people who helped us find the answers to our many questions along the way, and a special shout out to Mama Todd. I wouldn't have made it today. I wouldn't have made it where I am today without you, Mom. Also, I'd like to thank all of the sidewalks out there for keeping me off the streets. Of course, congratulations, class of 2013. It's been real.
Nice job, Daniel. The class of 2013's Salutatorian from North Attleborough has been a welcome addition to the medical careers program in the Tri-County community. She has enthusiasm toward her studies and motivation to strive for academic excellence. She has earned an impressive 4.46 GPA while taking all honors and AP courses. She has spent her senior year at a cooperative education position at Compass Assisted Living Facility in Hopkinton, Mass. She assists with the care of adults with Alzheimer's, dementia, and other debilitating diseases. She has earned her nursing assistant and home health aide certifications, and after graduation will sit for her pharmacy technician certification exam. She has been extremely involved in a variety of clubs and committees over the past 4 years. She is a valued member of the math team, an active contributor to the Spanish Club, SAD, Student Council, and the National Honor Society. For several years, she has participated in the Woman of Science competition. This year, she represented Tri-County at the Skills USA district and state competitions, where she earned a gold and a bronze medal, respectively, in basic health care. She will attend UMass's prestigious Honors College, where her John and Abigail Adams Scholarship will cover the cost of tuition. She intends to pursue a career as a physician by double majoring in biology and kinesiology in the pre-med track. Please join me in welcoming the salutatorian of the class of 2013, Kiara DeRose. This year's valedictorian, an outstanding student from Franklin, already has a resume that is comparable to many adults. She was chosen as this year's Vocational Student of the Year for all that she has accomplished while at Tri-County. I was afforded the opportunity to give her my personal congratulations by awarding her the Massachusetts Association of School Superintendents Certificate of Academic Excellence. I presented her with this award not only for all that she has accomplished as a student at Tri-County, but most importantly, for what I know she will do in the years to come. In the 4 years that she has been at Tri-County, she has not had one sick day. In fact, the only times she has not been at school were when she was proudly representing us at one of many competitions, or when she was in Houston, Texas, performing experiments while flying in a zero-gravity simulator for NASA. She is a well-respected energy engineering technology student whose dedication to her studies has contributed to her having a cumulative GPA of 4.48. Next year, she will be continuing her studies at Worcester Polytechnic Institute, where she plans to pursue a double major in environmental engineering and environmental sustainability. It is no surprise to the faculty or me that she is going to be taking such a critical and noble road for ensuring that the earth is in good condition for generations to come. I could continue all day discussing this young lady's extracurricular activities, awards, honors, and competitions, but without further ado, I present to you this year's Classic Valedictorian, Jacqueline Tedesco.
First, I would like to welcome and congratulate the graduating class of 2013. Everyone should be very proud of themselves for making it this far. Also, I would like to welcome the school committee, administration, teachers, family, and friends for sharing this very special day with us. I would like to personally thank everyone who has helped me with my achievements here at Tri-County, especially 3 teachers, Mrs. Batt, Ms. Holloway, and Mr. Rhodes. Lastly, I want to thank my parents for the love and support. I know that I wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't for them. I could start off my speech like any other high school graduation speech, with the cliche. Something like, looking forward, let us also look back on, or it's not the end, it's only the beginning. But I figured, our school is anything but normal, so why should I give a normal speech? In life, almost everyone has been stereotyped at some point, or has stereotyped someone else. Vocational schools have been stereotyped as where kids go when they can't get in anywhere else. It's thought that just because we don't spend as much time in the traditional classroom, this means that we aren't as intelligent. Nobody thinks that we have AP or even honors classes. It is assumed that none of our graduates even go to college, and you know exactly what happens when you assume. Stereotypes are created. I was warned against going to Tri-County because I would never get into an Ivy League school with the lack of education they would provide me. I too once believed this stereotype because I never knew what a vocational school could offer me. But this is our stereotype, one that needs to be proven wrong. Our school itself isn't the only thing that is stereotyped. The students in each shop tend to be stereotyped as well. Before we knew everyone, we thought of each other as the hipsters, the geeks, the weirdos, the slackers, the geniuses, the teachers' pets. You get the point. In the engineering shop, we are often depicted as overachieving nerds who analyze every aspect of life. Unfortunately for me, this is quite true, and I'm sure that many of you can attest to my nerdy outlook on life. To fulfill this stereotype, I thought I would first look at our school from a strictly analytical viewpoint. I would like to see what other high school could graduate a senior class as incredibly awesome and diverse as ours. Our graduating class has students who have certifications in, bear with me here, Infection Control and Radiography, Automotive Service Excellence, A+, Cisco Academy, Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint, the 1,000-hour state exam for cosmetology, CPR, First Aid, EPA 608, the American Welding Society, and each one of us have our 10-hour OSHA cards, just to name a few. What other school could graduate students in carpentry and construction craft laborers with their pre-apprenticeship cards? Culinary has their licenses awarded by the American Culinary Federation, ProStart, and ServSafe. Medical is graduating certified CNAs. Plumbing accrued hours towards licenses from the Massachusetts State Board of Examiners of Plumbers and Gas Fitters, and electrical have hours toward their licenses from the Massachusetts State Board of Electrical Examiners. And last but not least, what other school could send 6 of their students to Houston to fly with NASA aboard the zero-gravity plane and be forced to miss their full-time co-op jobs at the United States Military, Air Incorporated, TE Connectivity, and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology? I mean, if we're going to be stereotyped as something, I think it should be as overachievers, because I would say that as a whole, we're a pretty impressive class. Another stereotype that Tri-County faces is the fact that people don't think we work as hard as other schools. They think that just because we're in academics half the time, that we don't do nearly as much work, when in fact, this just means that we work at an accelerated pace. So I'll take my glasses off and put a flower in my hair and examine our class from the creative angle. Instead of looking at our class from a purely analytical perspective, I'll look at it with creativity like some of our other shops: cosmetology, graphics, early childhood careers, and the culinary arts. These shops, including dental and medical, are sometimes thought of to be girly or easy shops. Another stereotype. Because I mean, clearly only girls go into these shops. The same goes for other shops, such as construction, plumbing, automotive collision repair, and many more. Those who don't go to our school think that we have strictly girl and guy shops, and that there are hard and easy shops with no in between. We all know this isn't the case, but not everyone else knows this. The same principle goes for dancers. People think that guys can't dance, and that dance in general is easy. As a dancer, I have been stereotyped in the same way that TC students have been. Recently, I was at a dance competition, my last one actually. I come from a dance studio that isn't highly competitive, but we still compete. The girls there were performing moves I couldn't even dream of doing. I could tell that they were looking down on my studio because we all didn't have matching uniforms, we weren't from a huge dance school, and we don't have class 24/7. Basically, they'd already stereotyped us without even getting to know our studio or our dancers. This really didn't matter to me because, well, I'm going to be an engineer, not a dancer. When my friends and I went to perform on stage, our music stopped. We panicked, but remembered the show must go on, so we continued to dance until they restarted the music. At the award show, I noticed there was one boy among the hordes of girls. He was maybe 10. I figured that he could have done a little duet with a girl of the same age, or maybe been in a small group of dancers. I didn't think much about it until I saw him dance. This little boy could dance circles around me. I mean literally. He was amazing, and I felt badly for judging him just because he was young and a boy. Young dancers, especially boys, are often stereotyped because most people think that all they can do is twirl around and not actually perform a routine. Then it was time for my award. My friends and I won a gold medal and first place in our division. You see, it didn't matter that we didn't come from a highly competitive studio. We were still successful in our own right. Tri-County is stereotyped in the same way that my dance studio is stereotyped, and its students are judged the same way that I judged that little boy. Just because we aren't academics all the time doesn't mean that we cannot achieve greatness. It just means that we have to work harder. Even though we're coming from a school where all of our focus wasn't on our academics, it doesn't mean we won't succeed in college or the workforce. If anything, we have more life experience, which I'm grateful for because I know what to expect after graduation. So never look down on someone else because they don't have the same background as you. Give them a chance and you might be surprised. That little boy was a phenomenal dancer, despite the fact that he was young and a male. If you want to be in a non-traditional field, don't let anything stop you. I know I didn't want to go into the engineering department because I thought it was primarily a guy's shop. But I'm glad that it didn't stop me. Don't let the other way people perceive you dictate your life. You can achieve greatness no matter what gender you are, what school you're from, or what your job is. Never second guess your decision to go to Tri-County. I know I never will. Don't let life pass you by because you're afraid of what other people think of you. Live for yourself, not them. If you fail, try again. If the music stops, keep dancing. We can't compare ourselves to other schools because there is no comparison. People may look down on us, but we have to look them square in the eye and have confidence. For me, our school stereotypes just make me want to work harder and prove to the world that they're wrong. Some people may look down on us because we're from a trade school. But if we're going to compare, I'd like to see the credentials of their graduating class and let the facts speak for themselves. So the thought I'd like to leave you all with today is don't let a stereotype define you. Defy it. If we accept what other people think of us, then we'll never achieve the unexpected. Who cares if people think we're slackers? It gives us more motivation to prove them wrong. Just because you might be stereotyped as something, it doesn't mean you have to live up to that label. Don't give other people the power to change the way you feel about yourself and your interests. As Steve Jobs said in his 2005 commencement speech at Stanford University, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and your intuition. They somehow already know what you want to become. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Very well said. It's now time for the presentation of scholarships and awards. To do so, please allow me to introduce our Director of Student Services, Mrs. Adele Sands.
Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to participate in this graduation ceremony by recognizing those outstanding graduates who will be honored today with a scholarship or tool award. We're delighted to have joining with us today representatives of civic and community groups, business sponsors, and individuals who hold Tri-County close to their hearts. Every year, they demonstrate their faith in the future by recognizing excellence and by encouraging and enabling our graduates to either continue their education or purchase tools to continue in their fields. You'll note that the information about these scholarships and awards is in your program. If you follow along, however, we're not going in that exact order. If our presenters will join me. The Rentham Lions Club. The Skip Brooks Memorial Tool Award goes to Victoria Stacy. And the Skip Brooks Memorial Scholarship goes to Julie Cheneve. The Shannon Ely Scholarship is presented today by Ms. Jacqueline Ely. And the recipient is Jessica Burks. Ms. Mary Tainter, President of the TCTA, is here to represent Tri-County Teachers Association Award and the Tri-County Teachers Association Scholarship. The Teachers Association Award goes to Patrick Harn. And the Tri-County Teachers Association Scholarship goes to Jacqueline Tedesco. Ms. Mary Tainter is also presenting the Jerry Slaney Memorial Scholarship from the Tri-County Teachers Association. This scholarship is presented to Robert Evers. Presenting the Nadine and Nola Brida Memorial Scholarships are Mr. John Brida, Cheryl Harris, her sister, and her mother, Shirley Nolan. The recipients today are Janisha Kubaki, Jacqueline Horner, and Gianna Conti. Joining us on stage is Ms. Lori Erickson of the Tri-County Boosters to present 6 scholarships. The recipients are Colleen Missler, Brittany Skelly, Erin Fairfield, Patrick McLaughlin, Erica Simon, and Lauren LaFlamme. The Rebecca Lynn Whitefield Memorial Scholarship will be presented by Mr. Paul Harvey and Ms. Tricia Harvey. The recipients of these scholarships are Virginia Carr and Jane Wambui. Mr. John Patterson of EMC is here to present 4 EMC scholarships. The scholarship recipients are Edward Pertel, Timothy Fougier, Mary Walsh, and Dominic Vincenzino. The George E. Young Memorial Tool Award is presented by Mr. Bruce Young and Bruce Young III to Paul Setterland. Retired Police Chief Ned Merrick joins us on stage to present the Plainville Lions Club Scholarship. The scholarship is being given to Shannon West. Ms. Joanne Telemini is here to present the Rockland Trust Charitable Foundation Scholarship. To Kiara DeRose. The Timothy Anderson Tool Award is presented to James Eblin. The Chestnut Dental Associates has awarded their scholarship to John Ferrara, Jr. The Franklin Community Center Chris Ash and George Woods Memorial Scholarship goes to Shannon Croato. The Dean Bank Judith Hutchins Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Kelsey Miller. Mr. David Wallace will be joining me to present the Kim Howie Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is being given to Teresa Connolly. The Lou Bentley Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Emily Hino. The Walpole Cooperative Bank Award recipient is Stephen Boudreau. The Don Coe Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Lucas Tapalis. The James Paquette Award is presented to Jonathan Bates. Mrs. Mary Rockwood joins me on stage to present the Louis E. Hagler Scholarship. This award goes to Kayla Hoyt. The Kay Williams Memorial Scholarship from the South Walpole Community Preschool is also being presented to Kayla Hoyt. The Robert J. Rappa Scholarship is presented by Mr. Robert J. Rappa and is awarded to Daniel Todd. Ms. Nicole Grace will now join us on stage to present a former teacher of Tri-County. Ms. Nicole Grace will now join us on stage to present the Craig DeGuizo Memorial Scholarship. And the recipient of this scholarship is Johanna Lizot. The recipient of the Middlesex Savings Charitable Foundation Scholarship is Abigail Gay. Presenting the Michael J. Drinkwater Memorial Scholarship are Ms. Donna Drinkwater Therian, Mr. George Therian, Ms. Carrie Drinkwater, and Ms. Christy Drinkwater Fritz. 2, Julia Cuoco. The North Attleborough Plainville Rotary Club Scholarship is presented to Kylie Blakely. Presenting the Todd Vogel Memorial Tool Award is Mr. Dan Fitzgerald. And the award goes to Clayton Paquin. At this time, I would like to ask Larry Thode, Senior Assistant Director of Admissions at Dean College, to join me on stage to present our final awards.
The winner of the Dean College Scholarship Award is Brianna Santos.
The following students received scholarships prior to today's ceremony. Students, when I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all of the scholarship recipients are recognized. And I ask that the members of the audience please hold your applause until the very end. The University of Massachusetts, Jessica Burks, Kiara DeRose, Timothy Furr, Lucas Hawkins, Erica Pollock, Daniel Todd, Marissa Cheneve, Rachel Giusti, Mia Leeds, Allison Scott, Adam Sivilinski, Christopher Coates, Timothy Fougere, Kevin McAllister, Patrick McLaughlin. Becker College, Nicholas West. Bridgewater State University, Kayla Hoyt, Maggie Kennedy, Rebecca Spavold, Dominic Vincenzino. Bristol Community College, Aaron Southwick, Jacqueline Maigret. Curry College, Morgan Desatel, Ashley McLean. Dean College, Janisha Kubaki, Michael McLaughlin, Amanda Parrott. Fitchburg State University, Brittany Skelly, Kylie Blakely. Florida Southern College, Amanda Duran. Framingham State University, Nicholas Grassi, Emily La Rosa, Emily Hino. Kent State University, Alana Kilcullen. Mass Bay Community College, Cody Ross, Paul Sutherland, Casey Fitzpatrick, Andrew Hall, Matthew Prindeville. Massachusetts Maritime Academy, Daniel Nee. Mount Ida College, Alexandria Ballard, Jamie Dunner. New England Institute of Technology, Adam Bertrand. New England Culinary Institute, Julia Cuoco. Northeastern University, Shannon Croato. Rochester Institute of Technology, Andrew Braley. Revere University, Ashley Cornelio, Courtney Pace. Sacred Heart University, Danielle Caparella. Salem State University, Teresa Connolly, Kayla McEwen, Emma Folsom. Southern New Hampshire University, Bridget Downey. Springfield College, Colleen Missler. University of Connecticut, Taylor Davis. University of Maine, Brittany Bowman. Universal Technical Institute, Michael Gasolino, Paul Alberta. Wentworth Institute of Technology, Jacqueline Horner, Mary Walsh, Shannon West, Tracy McDonough. Westfield State University, Seamus Geehan. Wheelock College, Abigail Gay. Worcester State University, Julie Dobacheski. Worcester Polytechnic Institute, Jacob Billington. Jacqueline Tedesco. Other outside organizations, Alicia Larson, Johanna Lizot, Kayla Resendiz. These students represent over $822,000 in scholarships, awards, and grants. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Sands. Very impressive. We now come to the part of today's ceremony that you all have been waiting for, the awarding of diplomas. And so I call upon our principal, Mrs. Mallon, with our two school committee representatives, Mr. Jonathan Dowse and Mr. Stephen Trask, to do the honors.
Would the students from the Auto Collision Repair Program please approach the stage? As I call the names, the student whose name I read last is the outstanding student, so it may not go in perfect alphabetical order. Wesley McKinnon. Dylan Olson. Jeremy Olson. Mackenzie Simmons. Aaron Southwick. Victoria Stacy. Patrick Stratton. Ryan Tatro. James Walsh. And the outstanding student in the Auto Collision Repair Program, Edward Harrington. Would the students from the Automotive Technology Program please approach the stage? Blake Buchanan. Alec Bush. Nicholas Driscoll. Adam Fleming. Nicole Gabo. Jason Guimond. Jeremy Hemmingson. Ashley Johnson. Heather Montville. Joseph Pariseau. Matthew Prindaville. Cody Ross. Matthew Silva. Joseph Smith. Kevin Stinson. Joseph Tessassini. Connor Westenfield. And the outstanding student in the Automotive Technology Program, Paul Svetterland. Will the students from the Carpentry Program please approach the stage? He's gonna come over here. Paul Alberta. Brendan Cohen. Christopher Zoe. Emily Hino. David McDonald. program, Nicholas Brassi. With us today by special permission of his doctors, our final graduate in carpentry, Cody Desbian. Will the students from the Computer Information Systems program please approach the stage? Jake Hobson, Peter Holyoke, Cameron Krasner, Michael McLaughlin, Kelsey Miller, Edward Pertel, Kayla Resendiz, Jordan Swenson, Nicholas Vaca, Dustin Winters, and the outstanding student in the Computer Information System shop, Zachary Machado. Will the students from the Construction Craft Laborers program please approach the stage? Michael Fasolino, Marco Giorgio, Patrick Harn, Ethan Hicks, Paul Hines, Dylan Kiesling, Devin McDougall, Christian McCormick, Brianna Austinton, Joshua Pasane, David Sternberg, Daniel Todd, and the outstanding student in the Construction Craft Laborers program, Andrew Burke. Will the students from the Cosmetology program please approach the stage? Farella. Shelby Kamara. Heidi Chambers. Marissa Chenevey. Gianna Conti. Julie Dobacheski. Alexa Donovan. Kelsey Johnson. Jillian Kalalis. Janisha Kubaki. Taylor McPherson. Kayla McEwen. Morgan Moreau. Jasmine Nurse. Amanda Parent. Kaylee Pina. And presenting the next diploma to his granddaughter, School Committee member Robert Rappa from Franklin, to Sarah Rappa. All right. Isaac Santiago. Erica Simon. Casey Sinacola Cole. Leah Swift. Jocelyn Travers. Caitlin Trowbridge. And the outstanding student in the cosmetology program, Colleen Missler. Would the students from the Culinary Arts program please approach the stage? Tiffany Ricard. Allison Scott. Daniel Smith. Rebecca Spavold. And the outstanding student in the Culinary Arts program, Emily La Rosa. We're moving to the other side. At this time, I would ask that the students in the Dental Assisting program please approach the stage. Alexandria Ballard. Rachel Bishop. Morgan Desatel. Jamie Gunner. Amanda Durin. Emily Erickson. Caitlin Fahey. Aaron Fearfield. John Ferrara. Brianna Gagnon. Sarah Niles. Leah Resendez. Danielle Roberts. Marisa Vincenzino. And the outstanding student in the Dental Assisting program, Ashley Rock. Would the students from the Early Childhood Careers program please approach the stage? Rebecca Dalrymple. Taylor Davis. Bridget Downey. Jacob Patrick Brady. Adam Sivolinski. Christopher Coates. Shannon Croato. Kyle Culhane. Timothy Fugier. Lucas Hawkins. Kevin McAllister. Tracy McDonough. Patrick McLaughlin. Jacqueline Tedesco. Dominic Vincenzino. Mary Walsh. Nicholas West. Shannon West. And the outstanding student in the engineering program, Jacob Billington. Would the students from the facilities management program please approach the stage? Joshua Gingras. Gregory LeBlanc. Lucas Zapalis. Craig Williams. Christopher Workman. And the outstanding student in the facilities management program, Craig Maloney. Would the students from the graphic communications program please approach the stage? Andrew Braley. Jessica Burks. Craig Carloni. Julie Genevieve. Caitlin Dickinson. Kayla MP. Emma Folsom. Emily Gould. Lauren LaFlemme. Eric Largess. Jessica Lavin. Jacqueline Magret. Julia Martello. Emily Maxwell. Brent Madero. Courtney Pace. Brianna Santos. Mara Spalvin. And the outstanding student in the graphic communications shop, Adam Bertrand. Will the students from the heating, ventilating, air conditioning, and refrigeration program please approach the stage? James Evelyn. Tyler Bethany Black. Kylie Blakely. Brittany Boyle. Ashley Cornelio. Kiara DeRose. Haley Drake. Casey Fitzpatrick. Rachel Giusti. Andrew Hall. Alana Kilcullen. Kayla McCarthy. Bridget McHugh. Ashley McLean. Brady Rogers. Brittany Sheroff. Jane Womboy. Caitlin Willett. And the outstanding student of the Medical Careers Program, Brittany Skelly. Would the students from the Plumbing and Hydronic Heating Program please approach the stage? Samantha Bouchard. Virginia Carr. Andrew Kerr. Christopher Finney. Leo Rooney. Daniel Sullivan. And the outstanding student in the plumbing program, Cameron Dalton. All right. Okay, we have one more thing to do as a class, and then Mr. Dockeray will end the program with the recessional. We processed in, we're going to recess out. All right? Well, the students came to me and said they wanted to give a shout out to Miss D, that's Mrs. D. Pasquale, who absolutely worked very hard with our students on their speeches. All right? So I just wanted everybody to know that. And now, Kiara DeRose will lead the class in turning their tassels from the right to the left. You are now graduates of the class of 2013. Thank you. Thank you. As our graduates process into today's ceremony with pride and dignity, I would ask you to allow them to recess in formation in the same manner as our faculty musician, Mr. Seth Curran, along with two students, Alexander Peer and Samantha Knox, accompany him. The graduates will recess to the gymnasium and exit through the gym door. Again, congratulations. Have a great day.